Okay, hello everyone. We are Group 4, the representative from the Oaksum Company. And I'm Leah. This is Winston, Doris, Joyce, and Tina. Yeah, just think about in any moment that you are really hungry and craving for some snack, but concerned about whether there was some adverse effect that for the product that you choose. Okay, no worries. We are here to introduce our soy protein products. Yeah. So this is our agenda. Firstly, I will give a brief introduction, and then we will talk about the product information, statement, health claim, and then going to the labeling and closing. We are so excited to be here to introduce you to our soy protein bites. But before that, I have to point out some heartbroken moments because it is really hard to remind people what is the first cause of death globally. So yeah, that is the cardiovascular disease. And according to WHO, approximately 7.5 million people would die from this kind of disease in 2012. And of these deaths, there are approximately 7.5 million were due to the coronary heart disease. So you might ask, what is the cardiovascular disease? It is a disorder. It is a group of disorder that was due to the heart and blood vessel problem. And the coronary heart disease is one of the most common and serious one. And it is also worthy to mention that the unhealthy diet is one of the most important factors that cause this kind of disease. And fortunately, according to the American Heart Association, this recommended diet could really reduce this kind of disease. But additionally, these two kinds, the low sodium and the sufficient soy protein intake, would actually offer additional health benefits in these cases. So, although there are some horrible fats and complicated diet that really make us frustrated, but we believe that a moment of darkness is the opportunity for light. And our company, we really hope that our products will be that light for our customers. And then my colleague Vincent will provide more detailed information about our soy protein bites.
So our product is a bite-sized soy protein snack bar, which contains oats, barleys, and almonds, which are a good source of dietary fibers and protein. It's a classic chocolate-flavored snacks with low sodium content. Regarding the market, we have several competitive products have already been launched by other companies. For instance, the Snickers Mini and the Frontier Bites. Actually, the bite-sized trend has swept the snack industry several years ago. I remember when I was an undergraduate student, it got popular. Since most of consumers have the awareness of how many energies they will eat with a big chocolate cookies or something similar, especially when there is a distinct impact on the flavor, they are actually less likely to be influenced by the reduced fat or reduced sugar claims for snacks or desserts, because a treat is a treat, right? However, the bite size gives the flexibility to consumers. They can decide how many pieces to eat at one time and feel less stressed out about over-consuming. In addition, the bite-sized small volume also potentiates more choice and varieties of food. So let's take a look at our ingredient list. The highest percent by weight ingredients is the high fructose corn syrup, which is the primary sweetener of our product. It glues all these solids together, so it also works as the binding agency. And then the soy protein isolate, which is the primary functional ingredients. We have some cereals, almonds, and other ingredients improve the organoleptic properties. And the cellulose and maltodextrin is added as the structure support and viscosity modifier. As I mentioned, the soy protein is our key concept. It helps reduce the coronary heart disease simply because it lowers the level of low-density cholesterol. And Joyce and Doris will talk about the details later. I just want to highlight here that we used soy protein isolate instead of the ultrafiltered soy protein concentrate because it has higher purity and digestibility by human, which is about 93 to 97%. It's fairly good for a plant source protein.
So after deciding on the formulation and also the claims that we aim to work on, we have to look into our ingredients. So what nutrients and in what amount that each ingredient actually contains. So for this purpose, we use the United States Department of Agriculture food composition table, generated a table that looks like this. So instead of boring you with the entire big table, I've only shown you a part of it. So which includes the ingredients, formulations, and caloric value for each ingredient. So in the blue box, they are data directly taken directly from the database, and the red box, they are the same numbers but converted into our serving size. So what serving size are we looking at for our product? So for our product, is considered to be grain-based bars with partial coating according to Food and Drug Regulations. And the regulated reference amount is supposed to be 40 grams, while the serving size is supposed to be 20 to 50 grams, which in our case is going to be 40 grams. So now Joyce will talk more about the nutrition label.
So now I'm going to talk about the nutrition fact table. In this table, there are 3 things that we have to pay attention to. The first one would be the serving size. As Doris have just mentioned, we are going to follow the Food and Drug Regulations, and our product serving size will be 40 grams, and it's the same as the reference amount. And the second one will be the amount of nutrients. Also, as Doris have mentioned, we have copied the data from the USDA food composition database, and then we will convert it into 40 grams, which is our serving size. And we'll have the table on the right. And then the third one we have to consider is the daily value of nutrients. According to the CFIA website, the percentage of daily value equal to the amount of nutrient per serving over daily value of nutrients. And after some calculation, we have come out the table. Although the table look really simple, the format has to be followed by some guidelines too. Firstly, we have to have both English and French because they are the official languages in Canada. Also, we have to make some consumer-friendly measure like 10 pieces instead of only 40 grams. Also, we have to include all the core information, including the calories and other 13 nutrients. If you use the short form DV at the top of the table, we have to put the full name daily value at the bottom, since maybe some customers don't know what is DV. Also, we have to pay attention to the font size and also spaces before and after for a slash. So this is our final table. And now I'm going to talk about the health claim. Our product is going to make a health claim related to the soy protein and coronary heart disease. According to the Health Canada, the regulation was released in 2015 last year. We are going to make the following health claim. 40 grams of awesome soy protein bites supplies 36% of the daily amount of soy protein, shown to be help lower cholesterol. And now Doris is going to explain it in more details.
So just like what Joy said, this soy protein claim is a health claim related to cholesterol lowering, and it is also a disease risk reduction claim that with respect to saturated fat and trans fat. So in order to carry this claim, these are the required criteria to follow. They can be divided into 3 different parts. First is the required minimum amounts for soy protein, and also one of the vitamins or mineral nutrient listed in the weighted recommended nutrient intake in the CFIA website. And second is a maximum acceptable amount of cholesterol, alcohol, and sodium. Third is the condition of saturated fatty acid. It could be free of saturated fatty acid or low in saturated fatty acid. So looking into the food composition table, we can see that the required minimum and the maximum acceptable amounts are satisfied. And also for the saturated fatty acid condition, our product can fulfill the low in saturated fatty acid condition. So with all these passing results, we can confidently that Awesome Bar can carry this soy protein health claims regarding to cholesterol lowering and reducing the risk of coronary heart disease. So now Tina will talk more about the nutrient claim and also the packages.
So our nutrient content claim is the low sodium. According to the regulations posted on Health Canada and CFIA, when the food contains 140 milligram or less of sodium per reference or the serving of the stated size is more than 30 gram, they can claim low in sodium. And according to the calculation, our product contains only 120 milligram sodium, while our serving size is 40 gram. Therefore, we're eligible to claim low sodium. And then after all this information gathered, we finally came up with our full label. And this is the front side of our label. I'm going to introduce by elements and the general requirements. As you can see on the top, next to our brand name is the low sodium claim. And soy protein bites, which is our common name, are on the principal display panel. We do use the metric unit, which is gram, for our net weight, and they're in boldface at the bottom of the package. And as you can see, the primary health claim are very obvious because we want to just deliver the message right directly to our customers. The back side of our label has the nutrition facts, as explained earlier, and the best before date, which is part of the date markings and storage instructions requirement. We don't have storage instructions on our label because our product can be stored under the normal room temperature. And our nutrition content claim logo here just corresponds to the low sodium claim. It doesn't need any certification to claim such logo. Also, we provide the business information at the bottom. We have a list of ingredients and allergens next to the nutrition facts, and it's explained earlier as well as descending order for ingredients. Our product contains gluten, soy, and almonds as allergens. We also have secondary health claim. Soy protein helps reduce or lower cholesterol, which is a risk factor for heart disease. It's just below the nutrition facts. To have this full label, the design for the color, because we want to use the purple and brown to represent the combination of chocolate and blueberry, also it gives the premium perception. To sum up, our products, soy protein bites, is low in sodium. The goodness of the soy protein isolate can provide the health benefits, which is lower the cholesterol, the risk factor for the coronary heart disease. Also, a touch of the chocolate flavor can guarantee the good taste. Also, the bite size and package is just easy to consume and carry. Next time when you have the snack attack during the day, please remember to use our nutritious, delicious, and awesome soy protein bites to fuel your body and get you through even the busiest day in the MFS program. Thank you.